What's going on, everybody? It's your boy NekoDarius, and as you can see, one of my horses is still working, and we're about to put the other horse to work as well. I'm gonna go ahead and create some new stuff. Got to do it. We're a little behind. So one thing I never created was the horse press. I feel like a horse press at this point would be a smart idea for me to go ahead and create. And you might be wondering to yourself, like, okay, well, why would you do that, Neko? Well, I think a press would come in handy because we do need to create aqueducts. We also need to find a way to channel water into my base down so that we can actually create what we're trying to create, which will be a mill with the sawmill, and then we could get it powered using the water that flows into the base using aqueducts. But before we get into any of that, we've got to knock out some other stuff first. So first things first, I've already cleared out a large area here. I'm gonna put some torches down. They're probably gonna be considered invalid in a second due to where they are, but no big deal. And getting the horse in here, by the way, was really hard at the end of the last episode. I had to build back up to where I got in here in the first place and then just kind of cave it out. Instead of doing what I did before, I decided to just go ahead and leave it wide open. I've also created a few other things for the base. As you can see, I have the millstone out and was creating porcelain, because what I realized I was missing with my porcelain heater and smelt system after looking at Lily's base was I was missing porcelain basin for casting and the porcelain channel for also casting. I created an anvil, saw that at Lily's. I feel like that might be kind of important. And then I created a cauldron. Inside the cauldron, I can actually create something like a food item, for example. Cauldron not working? Oh, nope, it's working. Okay, it just took a second. It took a second for it to figure it out. I've also went ahead and replanted a few trees down here that are oak based, just to give myself a little bit more. And then I've also created, using what I've grabbed from Lily's base, apples, using these apple sprouts. Now I figured out that with an apple, or with 2 apples, you can actually create multiple sprouts after kind of looking up the recipe. So I wanted to make sure I knocked that out too while we still have the oak trees downstairs. I've actually explored this way, as you can see from the cobblestone. It's really nothing. There is a cavern in there, but I couldn't see any ores off rip or off the top. So unfortunately, that's kind of just there. Looks like this horse is officially done. Good job, buddy. Now, we have horsepower. And I was thinking to myself, well, since we have the horses, right? What more can we do while waiting to see where everyone else kind of lands in this? And I was thinking that maybe we could create a barrel. In order to create a barrel, we're going to use some unfired clay, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and grab some clay. I've been busy, in case you guys haven't noticed. Got ourselves a barrel, or unfired clay barrel. And then we're going to take that and then create a barrel extension. And we'll go ahead and create 2 of those. Now we will chuck these into a furnace. Sorry, we need to chuck those into a kiln. Chuck all this into the kiln. Hey, I'm gonna get to you in a second, sir. Wanted to kind of get through a few more of these advancements that I am apparently just missing out on. 1, 2, and 3. We got to cook the carrot. I'll let those smelt down there. I realized that I was missing out on a little bit of power here. Looking at this, now we have the chopping block. We've also used the grindstone. I don't think I'll need the grindstone for a while, but I have noticed that there is a horse press. With the press, I could have a horse go around and do a large majority of this stuff. And then while they're pressing it, it can create something for me, which in theory could work. Now, what am I pressing exactly? I'm not entirely sure yet. Of course, I could just compress all the dirt that I have right now and turn them into canola seeds. That would actually be interesting, because with canola seeds, we can create things like biomash and topiary grass and use it as compost. Something else that really caught my attention when I was thinking about it. We have clay balls. We could easily turn them into automated clay. And then I was thinking to myself, well, what about the horse grindstone? We can grind things out, and we need a lot of ground items, at least on the offset. So I could reset back up the grindstone, and then I'll have to figure out how to get like bark and stuff, which easier said than done, but it could be a thing. We need a lot of stuff for a grindstone, and sawdust seems to be the best way to go for some of that stuff. What should I do with you, Mr. Horse? You let me know. Figure it out. Anyways, I do figure we could create the wooden basin. Now, I did turn a lot of my woods into items, but that is fine because it's worked out for us. I created a bunch more stone tools because I don't see myself getting out of the Stone Age anytime soon. at least for now. So that's why I've kind of created what I've created. So we're gonna go ahead and make a wooden basin, fill with ingredients, and then right click to stir. Now this basin, we can create leather a little bit easier with it. Maybe we can create the aqueducts. I don't know why I keep trying to avoid this. Maybe we can create aqueducts and get it to run down for us. We have all the clay that we need, and a horse press can help us make more clay balls, which is why I needed the press. Now I remembered what I needed the press for. Ta-da! All right, horse press is next on what we need. There's a lot in this pack and it's easy to get overwhelmed. I had a bunch of leads. Where did my leads go? There they are. I need to get some slab. Easy. All right. And with that, we should be able to create the horse press and put that there. Now we need another lead so we can lead our trusty horse this way. Okay, so I know where I can get a large majority of clay at, so we'll take care of the clay portion of things here in a sec. So this is what I needed. I needed chest to go down, and then copper on top, put you there, and then copper goes next to it. Put that there, and automate. There we go. Cool. Horsepower is great, especially so I can automate things. Now, I haven't made a shovel yet, and I probably should go ahead and make one. So let's just go ahead and knock that out. Here we go. Now I'm gonna go farm all that clay under my base and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I'm back in the overworld and we got several people online, believe it or not, I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can find ores. I know there's supposed to be some samples nearby, but maybe I can use the samples with the dowsing. We can figure it out. Sorry, buddy, to see if you dropped any food. Running low on food items too. I'm not seeing much by way of sample. Ooh, it's a lot of llamas. Listen, I know what y'all think, but your boy has been running low on food for a couple of days now. Raw llama meat, potatoes, hemp seeds are growing. I want to eventually get to a point where I don't have to come above ground for anything. Ooh, pigs. Sir. Eventually I'll start trying to see if I can move animals into my base. I'm gonna leave one pig alive because if I can get them in my base, then that will help and I'll just breed them. See chicken, easily like renewable source, but what's this? Okay. Now, how is it nothing of interest when I'm looking at what is essentially cassiterite sample, which just turned into a stone? Oh, you know, we were given a book for geology and I probably should have just looked at it. So cassiterite means nothing, but I saw something here on my way going to Lily's base. Created a dowsing rod and I never used it yet. If I'm not mistaken, should be something nearby Lily. Really? Get out of here. Gotta be something around here. Finally, after digging straight down in a straight line, which I don't recommend, by the way, I found copper. I also found like clumps of paraffin. I don't know what paraffin is absolutely used for, but I do know one thing's for sure. I'm gonna grab as much of this copper as I can. So this is gonna take a while. I might actually have to come back. I only had one stone pickaxe on, but I do have a crafting table and then I can go get sticks from above. All right, so I made up my mind on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get 2 stacks of copper, or at least this azurite. That way we'll have plenty of copper to go around for at least a while, and then we can come back here at any time and mine some more. So we just got to get to 2 stacks of copper or azurite, and once we do that, we'll zoom on back to the base and get to work on smelting this stuff and making as many copper blocks as we can. All right, I made it back to my base. Okay, that was a stressful time, but we have everything we need for copper. Now the next best thing will be to create as much coal or charcoal as possible using low-grade coal methods, which means chopping trees when necessary. Sir. Okay, where did he even come from? You know what, we'll put a torch there. Man, what's after me? I don't know how to feel about that. So that stone axe out, that one's dead. That fall out. All right, rate of decay on the trees. I wish this was in like vanilla Minecraft. We got more apples, which are huge. Our nourishment, by the way, is going up. We're kind of balanced out. We need more grain, obviously, but easy to get because last episode Lily gave me a ton of donuts, so I should be good on that. Now, as far as the low grade goes, call that there. Can I put that into the cauldron? Probably not, right? That'd be just too broke. That'd be too broke. Yeah, too broken. Although I can put raw foods in there. Put the pork chops first and let them cook. 3. All right. So now we're gonna work on some low grade stuff. We've got a ton of copper And all we got to do now is just fuel it, and low grade copper seems to be like a good source for the fuel. I've got to figure out if I can put a hopper on this, so that means I might need to raise this up one more and add a chest and put a hopper so that I can automatically just smelt for a while. But so far we've got what we need for copper. Now just comes the process of using the kilns to continue to make the wood into what we need it to be, and we'll go from there. It's a good episode. I'm happy. Great progress. See you guys next time on the channel. Be easy, everybody.